What excited you most about this one? Like, what did Bloodline Killer allow you to do that you never got to do on screen before?
For me, I always try my best to find that balance between shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and action stuff. And lately, I've just find myself saying, all right, well, if I'm going to do some stunts or do some action stuff, I would love to do some more acting on the dramatic side. This movie afforded that opportunity for me to do drama and do some acting. It was freezing cold where we shot at, but we got it done.
Where'd you shoot?
We shot in Connecticut and just kind of it moved around to a few different locations. I would do 3 days, get to go home. I would come back, they'd be in another location. So yeah, that was one of the locations I remember.
How deep will you go when gearing up to play a detective? Like, are you going on ride-alongs? Are you reading forensic reports, or are you just relying on what's there in the script?
That's more of a method actor when they, have to jump in the car, and so my role wasn't that significant for me to want to take a deep dive like that. I pretty much knew what to do. I've taken deep dives, and I'm able to pull from what I know and what I'm aware of to make sure that my approach could have a detective to look at the movie and go, my body language would be just like that. I would ask them same type of questions. That would be my approach to walking into a house where the house appears to be empty, but the front door was left open. Like, how do I search a home looking for a potential suspect? So yeah, it's all of that type of experience is already in my head.
Could you cut it as a detective in real life? What do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, but yeah, I could.
It's more fun to do it on screen than in real life,
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
yeah. I get to go to my trailer. All the blood on set is fake, and I always salute our men and women of service because that's a real situation that most people you have to mentally psych yourself up to become that and get through that type of stuff, man. It's pretty real out there.
Yeah, and what's cool about this film is it's like a hybrid horror crime thriller, right? Like it's a slasher film with a crime solving aspect. I don't know if you've done many horror films, right? Was that a big draw for you? Are you a big horror guy?
I'm not a big horror guy, but yeah, the thing is the role in itself was something that was cool to do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and the genre happens to be the genre, but the horror of it all wasn't the motivating factor for me. It was just being able to do some dramatic scenes and
Mm-hmm.
just kind of sharpen up my iron to dance again.
Are you guys aiming for a franchise here? Is Skeleton trying to join the ranks of Freddie and Jason and Mike Myers and company?
I look, I don't know what their plan is, but I guess anything about a franchise is going to be based on the success of the movie. So
Yeah, you would
I don't.
know.
Yeah, they haven't had a conversation with me about a part two yet, so we'll see what happens.
What kind of role have you not gotten to play yet that you're dying to?
I want to do a biopic.
Okay.
I want to play Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh yeah.
I want to play Teddy Pendergrass.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of pieces that I want to play Jack Johnson as well, the first heavyweight champion in the world, black.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of roles that I'm after,
Okay.
that I for a while. Yeah,
Are those like projects that are in the works that you're trying to get involved with?
there are projects that are in the works, and I'm trying to get involved in. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool, man. Any updates on your role in the Spider-Man Morbius universe? Like, you think we'll see old Simon again?
I don't know, man. I'm waiting on the call. I would be honored to dance with Daniel Espinosa and the crew again. That would be Jared Leto. Yeah, I would love it. I would love it if that opportunity presented itself. Yeah.
Well, I think they cut down his scenes in Morbius, right? Like, what we never got to see his bionic arm in the finished product. Like, what can you say anything about what happened there?
I don't know, man. The arm was in the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I definitely had to put that thing on for at least 2 to 3 hours a day in the makeup trailer. So I don't know. I think it felt like it went from this is what we're gonna do, to some type of issues that they had in post production,
Hmm.
something. I don't know. I definitely did a lot of scenes that was chopped out of the movie where I had a full on fight and brawl with the villain, Matt Smith. I had a full on fight scene with Matt Smith in London where we filmed at a park, and it was crazy.
Hmm.
And my arm was all over that scene. And they chopped that out of the movie because I guess the presence of my arm, you wouldn't have been able to edit around that. So,
Uh,
but Daniel Espinosa is a guy that makes me nervous because he is such an intense filmmaker,
mhm.
and I would love to work with that man again on something.
Yeah. I mean, when that happens, like it happens all the time in this business, but do you ever have a moment like, yo, like what happened to my fight scene?
Oh yeah, I definitely asked some questions. And it wasn't chopped because of the running time. Normally you'll lose a couple scenes because they're trying to figure out how to squeeze it within that hour 50, 2 hour window.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was very disappointed that they chopped that scene. But
Yeah.
look, I'm a grateful man, so I don't ever go into movies wanting to be the guy that's number one on the call sheet, and I'm in every single scene every day.
Mhm.
So I'm grateful for whatever I end up with. But I definitely wish that that fight scene had made the movie. It was crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, you are definitely a team player as evidenced by, a few Fast and Furious movies. Like, where are you guys with Fast 11? Like, do you think you'll start on that soon?
Yeah, I mean they because of the strike, both strikes, there was some real delays in writing and kind of getting the film up on its feet. So, I'm hearing that we're going to get it going right in 2025, right at the top of the year. So, I think right now the pressure is to elevate the movie and take the film into some other levels. I know that the fans over the years have been wanting to kind of ground the film and get back to more of the street racing and get away from being in outer space and all that other stuff yeah, I think right now they're in the basement, they're writing, they're cooking, they're really trying to pull it together to make sure that the fans can show up and really enjoy the film. And then as you've seen, Gal Gadot and The Rock are back,
Yep.
which is exciting.
Do you think that's what it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be a more grounded, like return to the original?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that they're listening to the fans and the feedback and kind of what the fans want. So I think it's going to be taking up a few more notches on the street racing stuff. But at the same time, the movie is the purpose of it is to entertain you. You're supposed to eat at least three full buckets of popcorn while watching the Fast and the Furious, and we've done our job with entertaining.
Finally, you just dropped a new single. I would still say I do. Tell us about this one.
Well, I'm doing this one independent, man. So right as the interview started, you was playing my song in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and that means a lot to me, man. I think, being a part of record labels for pretty much my whole career and to be doing things my way without people bullying me or trying to tell me what to sing, what to wear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really doing it all on my own. So the song is entitled I Would Still Say I Do.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept is after two divorces, after two failed marriages, do I still believe in love and do I still believe in marriage and the sanctuary of marriage?
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm a sucker for love, I do. I would still say I do. After all that we've been through, I would
Mm-hmm.
still say I do. And that's the song. So I hope you include this in the article, but all of the pre-sales for my double album. The double album is entitled Beautiful Pain. It's about my divorce. It's about me finding love again. It's
Mm-hmm.
the most vulnerable and honest album I've ever done, ever. It's the first album I consider art.
Okay.
Album is live. My next single dropping is produced by David Foster, and I am excited beyond. So the website is Tyrese.tv that you can pre-order the Beautiful Pain album, and your support would mean the world to me.